In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Michael Jordan's workouts that he used to do with Tim Grover and the reasons why he was doing these workouts. We have to also remember that Michael Jordan was a very physical player and had to get to the rim against some of the most physical teams like the Detroit Pistons, who would always try to take his head off every time he goes to the rim. So let's get down, let's check out these workouts. Okay, so what's the reason behind lifting iron? You've probably heard so many NBA teams not even having weights these days, or you may have heard that potentially that lifting weights could even screw up your shot. So why would it be that the greatest basketball player of all time is lifting weights? Well, let's go over some of these exercises and actually break these down. So the first thing I need to really say is when you're lifting iron, you are specifically working on muscles. You technically are also working on ligaments as well, but that's not the main point. Ligaments are fast twitch. Those are the things that give you elasticity to get you up into the air faster. Muscles give you the strength, the overall brute power. But that is also a double-edged sword, which means, for example, workouts like these, you're really working a lot of your bicep, you're working a lot of your upper back or even mid back, depending on the angle that you're working at. And why is this even able to even help you? Well, first off, lifting weights, the iron, that stuff right there, that is going to help build a base, and building a base is very important. Before you start doing plyometrics, before you start doing any kind of fast twitch motion, you really want to also build the muscle behind those movements. Because what's going to happen is if you start at a young age, what you would want to do is to start off by lifting your own body weight. Chin-ups, push-ups, squats, squat jumps. Small basic movements like that is going to help you drastically. Once you're able to lift your body weight just fine, 20, 30, 40 reps in a single set, that's when you can start moving over to weights. And what does weights do for you? Well, Michael Jordan really needed to get through the Detroit Pistons defense, and he was getting hit a ton. When you're getting a hit, what do you need? Well, of course, you do need core strength. That is a massive portion. However, you need upper body strength, but you do not need bulk. You do not need massive shoulders. That's what hurts players like Dwight Howard from shooting. So what you want to do is, of course, lift weights that are not super heavy. This looks to be potentially only 35 to 45 pounds, and for an elite athlete, that's nothing. And he's probably doing these between 10, 15, or even 20 reps. What does that do for him? Well, he's obviously doing it until exhaustion. We can see that in his face. However, when you're looking to do heavy weight and low reps, which means that you're only really pushing, let's say, a bench press 3 times because you're lifting 300 pounds, that's going to add bulk. That is a Dwight Howard type of move. If you're a center and you want to stay in the low post, that's a potential idea for you. However, in today's game, you need to be quick and agile, which means that you need to have tight or strong muscles, not tight, but strong muscles, and you don't need them to be big. How can you do that? Well, by doing 3, 4, even 5 sets and doing it at maybe a 15 to 20 rep set. That will allow you to have strong muscles, but also allow you to have not big, bulky muscles. That will allow you to get up into those shots much easier. It can also help reduce injuries. So for example, this right here, where Tim Grover is grabbing the weight at the max so that now you're really working to get that weight back down. That is a controlled motion, what will help lengthen your muscles. So for example, and this is just a very quick example, let's say a leg press where you're basically laying down and you've got your legs pushing up on some weight. Well, what you could do is have a team of people, so of course probably 2, lift the weight off or up and then have you control that weight coming back down. That lengthens your muscle, and also that will actually help you be able to stop faster and reduce injuries. If you're actually having a lot of patellar tendon issues or knee pain, that can actually really help you a lot. Having maybe 2 friends who lift up that weight, and then when you're controlling that weight coming back down, basically it's going to allow you to be able to, or at least it's going to really work on lengthening your muscles. And when that happens, basically when you're trying to come to that quick bang bang stop, or that maybe 3-step stop, or that stutter step stop, that's going to allow you to stop much faster and reduce the chance of injury. But also, if you're having a lot of knee pain, that is actually one way that you could help fight it. Also, running backwards can help alleviate knee pain as well if you're having tendon ligament type of issues. So keep that in mind. Working out can actually be massively beneficial, and not just the plyometrics where it gives you explosive power, but strength training as well. If you put strength training combined with resistance and plyometric style training, that is going to be fantastic to marry those two together with high reps and high sets with the plyometrics. I think that with a lot of the players going into the future who are trying to be powerful players, but also have the ability to cut and drive and basically resist injury, that's going to be huge. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, I'll see you guys again in my next video.